Hey everybody, Matt here. It's Drive Home Brain Dump time. I've recorded a bunch of these that ended up getting deleted on purpose. I didn't just lose them. They were just too long and too dense. I'm working on some video projects and I'll get them uploaded. But I didn't want to wait any longer to get this up. As you can see, if you're looking at the video, I have a bright pink beard. If you saw it on this week's episode of The Atheist Experience, it probably looked bright red. That's a problem with the color balance on the HD cameras as far as we can tell. So I wanted to get this up. For anybody who isn't aware, I was in a friendly competition with R and Ra and David Smalley to raise money for CampQuest Texas. And the agreement was that if I raised the most money or raised the most money the quickest, I would dye my beard pink. Clearly I was victorious. And for those people who helped ensure my victory, thank you. But to everybody who donated, whether you donated time or money, whether you donated to my bucket, David's bucket, or Aaron's bucket, thank you very, very much. You've done a great thing. We're going to send more kids to summer camp, kids who couldn't have afforded to go otherwise, and they're going to have a better camping experience. And I'm fully aware that nobody's required to donate to any of this stuff, and that you have choices about where you're going to donate your time and money. They're your resources. You get to use them how you see fit. And for the people who felt strongly enough to support CampQuest and continue supporting CampQuest, I am very grateful. And I know that the CampQuest people are very grateful as well, as are the kids who are going to go and have a good time. Churches and religious groups have massive advantages over the secular community for a number of reasons. They've been at this a lot longer than we have, and by this I mean networking to encourage people to donate resources to causes. They don't always have people donating to good causes, or at least not causes that I think are good, but quite often they do. And there's an endless stream of good causes to donate to. There are people who are raising money for bombing victims from Boston, people who are suffering because of the tornadoes that have ravaged Oklahoma and other states. There are people who are donating to end world hunger, bring about world peace, end genocide, promote equality. There are countless good causes to give to, and I am not going to begrudge anybody for trying to make the world a better place. The reason that I'm supporting CampQuest, and I support a bunch of other organizations as well, is that I get a lot of email from people who say, thanks so much for what you guys do on the TV show. Until I found your show, I really felt alone, and I'm the only atheist that I know. Everybody in my family is religious of some type. It seems that everybody in my community is. There's a church every block or two, maybe several on an individual block. The people in my workplace are predominantly religious. I feel so ostracized, so alone. I feel like a second-class citizen, and I'm never quite comfortable. How do you deal with that? Now, it's not always easy for me to answer that question, because I've been out for so long, and I'm fortunate that the people that I work with and the people I associate with are quite often secularists, or at least friendly to secular people. But one of the ways that you improve that is by realizing that you're not alone. By people coming out. It's one of the reasons why I was an immediate supporter of the OUT campaign that the Richard Dawkins Foundation started. In fact, I went out and got the OUT campaign tattooed on my arm almost immediately. I think it was it was either the day it was announced or the day after. But the solution that I propose is to try and change the world. And imagine what the world's going to be like in a decade or two when there are countless adults who no longer experience this problem of feeling like a second-class citizen and feeling alone. We are taking kids and sending them to a summer camp where they can have fun, where they can learn, where they are not inundated with religious ideas, and where they meet other kids who are similar to them. There's the possibility of building a world. We're not going to fix every problem right away, and probably never. But there's the possibility of really changing the world so that there is less depression faced by secularists, because they're growing up in a world where they know other people who share their views, where they are building a network of friends. This isn't just about sending kids to summer camp to have fun. It's about more than that. But even if it was just about sending kids to summer camp to have fun, that'd still be enough for me. Because fun isn't the sort of thing that should be undervalued. The ability to enjoy and explore life and learn and discover and to laugh and love and play is something that we should encourage. And it shouldn't stop. If there was a CampQuest for adults, I'd be there. And the ACA, and we've done events that are kind of like this. I mean, we don't actually set up a whole summer camp. It's difficult to get people to take time off. But when a group of atheists get together and go out drinking, well, I guess that's one kind of an adult CampQuest. But if you go tubing or camping, if you go out and play pool, if you're doing social events with other people and having a good time, that's enough. I don't mean that's enough to ever do, but that's enough to make it worthwhile. And when you can do that and do more, that's a great thing. And so to everybody who donated, thank you very much. You have managed to send more kids to camp to improve their camping experience. And it's possible that you've helped change the experience of what it means to be a secularist in the United States for part of the next generation. And if we keep doing it and keep growing, it becomes generation after generation of continued growth. That's good. Thanks for donating.